Hey, Rob.
How you doing?
Just doing well, thanks. And just want to kind of get your perspective first of all on how the day went, how the weeks leading up went, and where you ultimately decided to stay where you're at this point.
Yeah, it's been a busy week really leading up to the trade deadline. I think we were aggressive in a lot of conversations, trying to improve the team. We always want to put this team in the best position to win a championship, but ultimately didn't find a deal that had a net positive effect for sort of the short-term success of the team and the long-term, and those are both things we consider. But the work was put in. We all worked hard, spent a lot of time, and talking to 29 other teams, had some good conversations, but ended up standing pat.
Go to Kyle Goon.
Hey Rob, what is the state of the franchise's relationship with Russ? Obviously, there's been, I think it's fair to say, tension between him and the coaching staff on his role in games. What discussions have you had with him about kind of trying to get everything right for the remainder of the season?
I think one of the hallmarks of our organization is to be supportive of all the players that wear Lakers jerseys from 1 to 15. Our job as a front office, as a coaching staff, as teammates for the players is to support one another. I mean, that's one of the keys to success. And I've had several conversations with Russ since we acquired him in the trade, and have really appreciated those. As everybody knows, Russ is a big-hearted individual. He wants to win, and he knows winning with players as impactful and influential on the court as Anthony and LeBron are, that it's going to require sacrifices in his game and how he plays. And we've had discussions around other players that have gone through those similar processes. I was, as an agent, I remember when I represented Andre Iguodala, and he went from sort of being an all-star in Philly, was traded to Golden State, and played a different role there, but had to mold and shape his game and won championships. We all know some of the changes and sacrifices Kobe made in his career when he went from playing into the triangle. So those are processes. I'm not trying to ever compare players to players, but those are evolutions and processes that players have gone through. And Russ and I have had really great discussions around those. And I think the conversations have really been two-sided, with a lot of listening and dialogue on both sides. And I've really appreciated that about Russ.
Next, we'll go to Dan.
Hey Rob, good to see you.
Hey Dan.
Can you kind of speak to the stability or that this, I guess, or instability? I mean, that this year has sort of been, whether it's guys in and out, speculation about Frank's job status, and I guess kind of where does everything sort of stand, today, now that we're through the deadline and no deals were made?
I think, stability is something that's at the fabric of everything we do here. And as we've said before, we don't pay attention to sort of outside noise. It's about what's going on in the locker room and what's going on upstairs. And we feel, very strong about staying supportive of one another. Those are the key qualities, I think, for success. I think it's important to remember that, the metric of success here is you win a championship or you don't. There's no middle ground, and we have to be on a pathway to put this team in a position to try to compete for and win championships, and that takes the support of one another. And I know that's going on internally, despite what others might say. And I think when it comes to finding success in a season of when a team is not winning, I think the most important action is for everyone to look in the mirror and be better. That includes the front office, it includes the coaches, it includes the players, is to look in the mirror and how can you be better in your job every day? How can you support the man or woman next to you and make them better each day? And that's really where our focus and energy and efforts are. It's not in, speculating on things happening on the outside of our organization.
Brad, just a quick follow-up, just to be clear on that. Do you anticipate Frank then being with you guys at least through the remainder of this season?
Again, consistent with that answer, Frank's our head coach, and we fully support Frank as our head coach. And we have to continue to support one another to find success.